In the pilot, he closes the door. The door gets opened again, but that's because they have stuff to deal with. Whether or not that leads to romance in the future is still very much in doubt.
How much do you feel like it shouldn't at this point in the story versus...
He's obviously not good for her. I mean, he's not really good for anybody. He's good for one thing right now, and that is, to follow his father's advice. All the other relationships in his life he's destroying.
Yeah.
Slowly and painfully and, maybe unnecessarily, but he's obsessed.
And you did say also that, if his father had said revenge versus his sister or his family, he would always choose the family. He'd put them first above anything else. How is that maybe threatening some of his current plans in the episodes that you guys have been working on?
I mean, he hasn't... There hasn't been the good son moment where, Elijah Wood is here and Macaulay Culkin is here, and, you have to decide which one you're going to drop to get... But knowing the writers and knowing the corners they like to back Oliver into, that will happen eventually.
Okay. Talk about some of the stunts you guys have been
Elijah
working
Wood
on.
and Macaulay Culkin,
yes.
right? Okay, very good.
I would have just dubbed.
And Wendy Crewson, who played my mom on Regenesis.
Yeah.
So there.
Oh, nice.
Complete that analogy.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about maybe one of the hardest stunts you've had to do since the pilot?
I had to do a hard stunt yesterday. I had to do a sort of do a gag where I was essentially flat against a roof, hiding from somebody, and I had a harness on, but the harness just sort of puts you there. If you just let yourself fall,
right,
you're going to be like this. So I had to get up there, and they really wanted me to get into the move. So at a certain point, the harness almost became irrelevant, and the only funny thing was that I was hanging from the ceiling. Remember in Mission Impossible when Tom Cruise is doing his thing hanging and he's like the nose?
Like...
I kept laughing with my co-star. I'm like, there's a 30% chance when you cross underneath me that a bead of sweat from my nose is going to drop right on your head.
And they're still letting you do the stunts. You're still doing 75%.
No, I'm doing a lot. Logistically, I can't do as much as I did in the pilot because, I'm learning this. I'm young and naive and stupid, and I want to do everything.
You want to do it,
but it's a marathon, not a sprint, and they do need to vet that I can do it.
Right.
And if they don't have the opportunity to do that, even if it's something simple, I can't do it.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's great to see you.